Good morning. Good morning. This morning, I want to talk to you about temptation. And what brought that to mind is in my readings this morning, I read Mark 9. And in Mark 9, verses 43 to 49, Jesus is talking about temptation. And he tells us that if our hand causes us to sin, to cut it off. If our feet causes us to sin, cut it off. If your eyes, what you're looking at, causes you to sin, gouge it out. Wow. I mean, think about that picture. But what he is saying is temptation is serious. It's serious. Don't play around with it. Don't think that you can play around with temptation and not get burnt. In Proverbs, as a matter of fact, 6:28, it says, "Can a man walk on hot coals and his feet not be scorched?" You cannot play with temptation. And oftentimes in today's society, we like to sort of straddle the fence and we play with temptation, but it will catch up with you. It will catch up with you. God promised us a way out when we're tempted. We don't have to give in to it, but you cannot keep playing around with the world and think that you won't get burned or think that you won't give in to temptation. In James 1:12 it says, "Blessed is the man who endures temptation, for when he has been approved, he will receive the crown of life which the Lord promised to those who love him." So temptation can be endured. But what Jesus was trying to say in Mark 9, don't even put yourself there. If you can avoid temptation, do so. Stay away from temptation at all costs when you can. And understand something. No temptation is new. We know this. In 1 Corinthians 10:13, it lets us know. No temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind. But God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, he will also provide a way out so that you can endure it. So he will provide a way out for you. But still, saints, remember, we must be careful. Be careful where you go. Be careful who you allow into your life, what you allow into your ears. Be careful what you read. Be careful what you watch, because all these things can tempt you into committing sin. And we do not want to live a sinful life. And don't fool yourself. You can't play around with hot coals and not get burned. And remember this. Jesus, as our high priest, was tempted in every way just as we are, but he did not sin. And so when you are tempted, go before the Father. He has given you a way out. He has given you a way out. Be careful. We've been warned by Jesus. If your hand causes you to sin, then just cut it off. It's better that you cut your hand off than to sin and lose eternal life with him. Let me just end with this. Let me end with this encouragement. God will always provide you with the way out when you are tempted. But don't put yourself in that situation in the first place. You know the things that you're weak in. You know those things that you're tempted in. Stay away from them. Stay away from them. But if you are tempted, remember that God has provided a way out for you. Have a very, very blessed day. And thank you for spending a few minutes with me this morning.